Hello. That's me saying hello to... Well, I don't know if there's anyone there. I swear my chair, since that lightning bolt, is about 6 inches foot back. And I can't get it into the right position. But if I move forward, you can feel where my chair is on the carpet. It rolls back, so I can't have done. That was bloody mental. I'm hoping tomorrow I'm getting to get on Kotaku. I put in the thing. My mate Fusion begged. I put begged. Was begging me. He did one message begging to This is what I've done since. This is what I've done since the other day. Well, apart from that tweet, I've managed to get. I don't know if that's supposed to be a 45-degree angle. I swear I counted it right. I swear I did. That block is definitely a 40-degree angle. This one here. So that definitely, you can see it's a 45. So why is it? Maybe that is 45. And that probably is actually. You can't really. If you tilt the camera. Oh, I don't know. Depends, doesn't it? Just keep going against the. I've done it again. I've made the compass, not the compass. I keep calling it compass. That protractor thing. I took it. I cut one side off because you only need 90 degrees. Then I took the green up. I put the white on the background green so I could green screen it, and I placed it at a specific position so I can look at me look down at the block so I can rotate it perfectly.
That is so weird to see like that, just the stuff hanging in air at an angle like that.
Yeah. Oh, also,
And sadly, that's the kind of thing I wanted from No Man's Sky, just to see like weird stuff like
yeah.
that.
Well,
Like I've been really tripping on all my
well,
content from 2016 when it was launched, and things were weirder like that. They just came out of nowhere and were hanging in space for no
yeah.
reason at all, and I liked it better like that.
So obviously I've got that angle. So this is the block. So you have to build from that pipe there. You won't be able to hear what I'm saying yet. See what I'm saying, but from the block there, this is that block. This is the block it's two away from the center. The center is above this block here. So it comes out. So the center will angle up that way, and it also goes. I can't picture. I can't envision which way it goes, but it goes over another 4 directions or 3 directions. So it'd be that way going up there. Obviously, there's 2 behind, so it would be the full circle. Oh, that's it. It's just a full circle. Yeah, I overdid that yesterday. I was thinking I'd missed angles. Let's have a look. So I stand here. I put the overlay over the top, and I can see the angles like this. If I put on image 4, I can't see it on my. So you can see there, and if I get the pipe out, when it goes green, that's the perfect position for me to stand. And then if I look, hopefully it works now. Oh, what? I've got the wrong one on. Have I got the wrong one on?
Oh, you are the right person to ask about this. You remember how you obsessed over finding an exotic with the best possible specifications?
Yeah.
Do you remember what the specifications are?
Of what? Oh, exotic. 64. It's 49, 59, and 64. Or if I think apparently if you're lucky you get a 59. Why is that not?
Eh, 48, 59, and 53.
Yeah, 50. When you see 50 on hyperdrive, just stop looking because you don't need it anymore. That's wrong. Something's gone wrong with my thing.
Well, then I've done good. I found myself a nice white squid exotic with purple tentacles on it. I like it. Probably the last ship I'm going to buy before the next upgrade, but
Hold on a second. I'll do that. Come back out. This is good. Let's see if it's in line. There you go. Look, now if I put the decal in line on all four sides, you can see that I've got, I can't see it though because I'm not on full screen, but I can tilt it to the angle I want. So you've got at the bottom there's 1, 2, and it goes up all the way to 32. So when I place the block, I end up with, I can get 128, which I think's overkill. That's what I'm trying to figure out today. I'm not actually going to build anything because I'll go mad. I want to know what the spacing is. If I can, I don't want to because 128 is obviously overkill. Hey, the demon eyes like my tweet, and someone else. I'm getting lots of tweets these days. So, so if I put in, every other one, oh, no, that's wrong. No, well, I'll just do 2 because then I can see the gap. I know I've gone. I can get that in there. Does that mean anything if I use those? No, they're just a block, aren't they? I always get confused when the paving is on its own. It confuses me because you need to go to another menu. Then I forget because I'm never in that menu ever again. Right, it's not in here. It's just a normal one, isn't it? Someone's put a message. Hey, it's PwnStream. Hello, PwnStream. Howdy doody. Howdy doody. Can that not go in there? Why can't I go in there? Touching anything, is it? Is it? What? Hold on. That one works. So if that were to be... Oh, it works now. Oh, that's a different one. I can... So they can go... What's the difference? I can't do that one. I might as well get rid of that one because I have to build up a little bit. Yeah, I don't think it's... I don't think it's possible because if I'm using a 28-sided circle and I've got to do all three, you know, at the moment I've got 128. What's that? So I've got 256, and then another. So it's 300 odds. But I don't think you can use that many parts. So it's a bit. Hold on, that one there. This one.
Silly circles don't have sides.
They do. They do when you have to have sides. You've got to count them.
I know. There are some days in playing the game where I just can't see anything but the fact that the planets are made out of straight lines, and it drives me nuts.
See, this is actual problem now, I think, because it's not exact. It needs to be exact, doesn't it? And I can see there, look, you can, these three are okay. That one's sort of okay. Then it goes to this one and it starts getting a bit patchy. Maybe I might have to actually do it. If I find a few that are near, I'll see some of them are good and some of them are just, if you want to do a ring just out of the blocks alone, it would be alright, but I don't think I can. I think that's the point. You can't just keep making a ring out of everything, out of blocks, because eventually it's just gonna say no.
Why?
Well, because there's too many parts.
That was going to lead to my next question.
And
how is it?
And if it was, I probably will have to do it, like redo it, or not redo. Well, yeah, redo it and not have a full, absolute solid circle. The bottom one, actually, I could do this one because that's alright. Yeah, that'll be the test then. I should have tested that first. the actual the circle that's vertical, which I've been testing the whole time, which should be pretty much good enough. No, it should be exact. So that's gonna go. So I'll probably find out that I don't need I can't have 128. Can't obviously because it doesn't want to go in anyway. Delete that. If I use the little one, because the smaller ones are connect. Oh my god! Some days it just doesn't want to go anywhere else, and this day it's at the top. Why is it not going to the top? Please. Is it because I'm not standing higher than you want me to be?
Sorry.
Bless you. Why is that not working? I'm absolutely stumped by that one. That I can't build on top of that. It's the only place it can be built, and the game doesn't want to do it. I think most of the time you have to get up higher than the game, so it knows where you're going. But it just wants me to be anywhere else but here now. The trouble with maybe I should just keep going with the solid blocks, even though it looks and it is hard and not even, I wouldn't say time consuming, because that's just an understatement. I mean, this save's nearly on 60 hours now. I've only been doing it about a week. So it tells you how much I've been doing
You're saying you're enjoying it?
Off stream. Well, I was yesterday, last night when I worked out the 45 degree that I was doing. I thought, but I don't know. Gotta get. It's not letting me build on top of these. Don't know why. It should let me gain. Oh, why don't I just go down and just test it as I'm testing it? Someone's warping.
That's mine. I didn't realize it was that loud.
It's very distinctive, isn't it? Right, here you go. Go on. Yeah, go on. There. Yes, it's the things underneath it. Right. So I can't put that there. Let me just delete everything else. But I can have the mini one underneath it. That's lined okay. See, even the mini one. Where is it? I have to do it again. I don't think it's possible. Unless that goes, well, it does. Okay. So you either have to have the mini. Oh no, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think I should have this amount of blocks. I've either got to use every block I can and make a solid block, or I can't do that at all, and I have to just make ones out of panels. It'd be round, but I don't think that's going to fit in there. Because of the two underneath it. Come on. I think you have to build away from it and all that stuff, or it won't go at all. That one's annoying me now. Those are annoying me. That one at the back's annoying me. Won't snap, will it? Maybe I'll delete that one and do it. No, because it won't go. So it has to be equally spaced, and I can... Oh no, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, I haven't tried that yet. No. Oh, I delete the block. I don't need to delete... Don't want to delete a block. No. That's a problem. Because I have to go all across the map and all across the circle to bring it back now. And I can't see it because that block can move that block. Go on. Go over there. And any other time that block would go there. I don't know which one it is. That one? I'll go for that one. It's not coming towards me. It's not coming towards me. That one. Oh, I'll just come here and look at the line. Look at the hole. You have to go through the middle. So it's this one then. That one? This one. The one I couldn't see at all. Easy to reload. Yeah, but I will. I just want to see how good this is. If it's bad, I will. If it's not, I won't. Anyway, hello, KJ. Who's KJ? Well, I know KJ is. I mean, I don't say KJ. It's not KJ. It's K-Dog. That better be it. It's not, is it? I'm definitely reloading. Oh well. See, that's the trouble with having a big circle. If you delete one of the blocks. Morning. Hello, you. It's afternoon now.
That's you. Time is it? It's barely 9:30.
Born in the wrong country when I... Well, I wasn't, but... Depends what you... Born in the wrong country for streaming, I think. That was when I loaded it back up and that block was still there. I'd go mad. Anyway, am I still building it? Well, I'm attempting to. Looks a bit more like some art installation at the moment. I think that circle in the background, that was what I finished the stream on, but... So... Let's do this again. Oh God, don't believe it's not getting trigger happy with everything. Oh, excuse me, I've just had my breakfast. It's funny, I've just had my breakfast. I was watching Sword until 5 o'clock, so...
What, this morning?
Yeah, so, you know, that's why it's my breakfast. I said to I've got to finish now. I've got, you know, I guess you quitter. And he's like, it must be like 5 o'clock in the morning. Why have I got ferrite dust?
You seriously have some weird hours, you know that?
Well, not really. In the weekends I would do, but I don't do that in the week. Right, so let's go for 4. No, God, so I've been using pipes again now, so I'm getting 2 pipe. God, work in progress. Yeah. God, do you know what? I might actually just take the top ring off. I might just start. This one's alright. I don't know why I'd start this one. I'd take the top 2 off. and just try and space it out better. But even this one looks dodgy now. It's alright if you're building a ring that's solid like this, and that's what you want, because you don't have to attach anything to it, but you can sort of spam it then and go, there you go, there's the ring. If you want a solid... Oh, I'm getting a bit annoyed with it that now. Right, so there that fits. Does that fit? Because if it fits, that doesn't make any sense. If I can get 5 in there. 528 into 5 doesn't work. If that's not going to work, then nothing's going to work. It might just end up being, oh god. Well, actually, no, saying that, I've not actually extended anything. I've not actually got any distance on these, so would that work if I did it down? I'd have to work out how many like, how big the frame would be, how many I'd have to do. I do one, I've obviously over the top. I do this one, the vertical one, the horizontal and vertical. I do the 45-degree angles. Would they fit together then? It's either won't really look like a sphere, or it'd have to be solid and would look like a sphere. But I mean, this block over here that I did yesterday, this one here, that was a nightmare in the end. I managed to get it like second time, but some of them you'd have to redo completely. Oh, do you know what? I've still got the thing on the screen. Since when did they add angles to the game? Look at that. Look at this block here. This block here, why is it so high? If I can't guarantee... Right, I'm going to ignore it completely and just do scale first. That's okay. Thanks for coming, anyway. So, I'm on 16. 16 at the moment.
This is weird. I don't remember visiting anybody else's systems on the save, yet I have 2 of them in my planet list.
Are they red? You might have scanned. Did you ever scan when you were in the Sometimes that does it.
But I've never had this game open to anybody.
No, but have you been in the map and scanned the galactic map? That does it.
I guess.
That brings it up. I don't like it. But that's, you can't delete it. It just stays at the bottom of your thing. Is it right at the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it goes. It's really, I really think that's annoying. You get these like.
It must be because I can't visit those systems either.
Yeah, there you go. I've got it in the survival one where when I help J Spot, I've got absolutely loads of them because I kept having to scan to find out where each thing was.
It's all right. They'll fix that.
Should be able to delete it. That's what I want. Just be able to delete the So much easier.
They'll fix that, and they'll fix the fact that I haven't been able to buy a frigate all morning, or yesterday.
Oh yeah, if I suddenly disappear, it's because guess what's it's probably the boiler. if you turn the heating on for the hot water, it trips the electric. And just as I say it,
You get yourself a battery backup then.
hold on. I thought if someone comes in, it will happen because they will turn it back on to see. That's alright. I don't think it was them. What's the time? 20 to 3. I just got to take my headphones off for a split second. Hold on. I don't know, maybe someone outside. Every time I put my headphones on, I hear noises.
You're hearing voices now?
No, not voice. Not voices. Oh, that's not a gap, is it?
Sir, your inventory sucks.
What's that? Your inventory sucks.
Talking to the Exocraft vendor.
Oh, I was lucky. I was about to place a block on nothing. So much easier building circles than a sphere. I was going to do what I said the other day, just build circles up, but then who said that won't work? Peaceful Gamer. If you just build circles up a block and just move them in a block up right up to the top, it makes a cone, though, he said. So because it doesn't ignores. I don't know, because if you follow roughly that top curve. I don't know if any of it works. Hey, hello, Grammy. I'm going to change the description and then the thumbnail to just can I even build a sphere? Because if I can't, it's not going to be a very good build. What are you doing? What are you using that for?
Darn it.
I got so locked into using the pipe now, I forget about the square, the cube.
Oh yeah.
It's making it very slow. So I forget and then I have to go back through the menu. God, it's getting slower. What I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm not going to do this tomorrow, just in case, because, you know, if Beyond, what's going to happen with Beyond, what's that almost guaranteed, some of the planets are going to be changed, right? So, I want to get...
Probably.
So I've got one more thing that I need to do before that happens. What planet would I not want to change? The one that I'm walking around. So tomorrow, I'm going to go back in case I can't go back again. Oh, hold on. What I missed then? Top bite. Oh yeah, cheers.
Why? How long do you think it will take you to finish the Starbug?
Oh god, I don't know how long it would take me to finish that sphere. I think I could do a rough. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I just started thinking I could just go. Here's a few circles. That'll take a couple of hours. I don't know. You need to work it out. I need to work out more where to put different panels to get the
Yeah,
it's solid,
that
but
ring in the background. That's the larger section of the ship, right?
that's what I mean. Yes, this bit will go to where those blocks are here.
Wow.
That's it. But
Blocks you have
yeah,
to
but that's exactly. The more blocks, the crapper it's going to be. It's not going to. I'm sure there's a limit. Even if there's not a limit, there's a limit by. What was that? Oh, it's my own breathing on this. If there's not a limit, then there's a limit to when the game starts breaking. So that was what I was trying to do then, just to see if I could get. What are you doing? But then I'd have to space it out properly. Although saying that, the circle from this circle from here down to that side was done with using that overlay, and the rest of it was just trial and error, just going backwards and forwards. So I don't know. Have a good sleep, Grammy. Thanks for coming.
Good for you, Grammy. I highly agree. I'd love to go back to sleep.
I haven't been up that long either. I've gone into like an American time in the weekend. That's how it works. I'm not up that early. Hold on, why have I not placed the block in there? What? I just left it. Luckily, I've been going to the hospital in places like that. Luckily, not luckily, but for waking up at waking up at the right time it is, because it forces you. Like last Monday, I had to get up at 7. Just got to the hospital. Was there an hour and a quarter, and I was waiting in a little waiting in a little garden area in the hospital. I couldn't get picked up until then. Right, so what's this? This must be 32. I'm going to test it on this one, so I don't have to delete that one, even though I probably do have to delete that one.
All my garden trays have gone dead.
Should have watered them then, shouldn't you? What, actual garden trays?
No, the ones in the game.
Okay. I'm going to use pipes for this bit, because no, I'm not going to use pipes because I can't see the gap. I use them when I need them. See, that's the bad thing about getting too close to that. That's what I do. One by one.
Oh yes, I keep forgetting about the copyright, don't I?
Too close to the edge. How far away am I up now anyway? Quite a bit. Yeah, the reason I built it big is because there's certain parts smaller parts of the ship that you'd have to do big anyway. So if you go over, big scale on one thing, you have to go big on the other. But I don't.
What's a small ship anyway?
But I did do it I did set the cockpit by if you could sit in it. So the rest of it must be pretty similar. You don't realise it when you look at Starbug. You don't think that's how big it would actually be. Just sort of. compared to Red Dwarf, it's a tiny ship, which sounds silly when you say it like that. Especially in series 7, I think it was, when it was very much bigger. There you go. I love that. Was it? I think it was series 7 when the whole crew came back, and conveniently they found out there was like a prison, a whole prison section to Red Dwarf that no one had ever seen. Actually, it doesn't matter because everyone was dead, wasn't it? Does
Came back.
I'm trying to think. It was what weird plot. Oh no, because the whole Red Dwarf was resurrected. They thought they'd been like treason or something, when actually they'd been dead millions of years. It's like, oh, go in the bloody hole, please. I'm like, what am I using?
Don't think I'm pretty sure I haven't seen all of Red Dwarf. So,
Oh, okay.
Didn't they? Well, no. How to put this? My impression was that something happened to them, and they did like an extended stay on the Starbug instead of on.
That's from what series was it? The first 3, they were all on Red Dwarf. I don't know about 4. I can't remember because it blurs. But at one point, it went back to, I think it was 4, 5, maybe 6. Chris Barry was in all of them, but he did leave for a bit. You wouldn't have known he left, but he did leave. But yeah, one series started where they were on Starbug because Lister had parked Red Dwarf and didn't know where he was.
That's what I kind of figured. It was something like that.
He lost Red Dwarf, so they were in Starbug just flying around. So and then they did find it eventually, obviously. But then,
and because Lister was a hologram, that explains why he wasn't with them. Kind of.
No, he
not Lister.
Rimmer. Yeah, he went. Rimmer was he was because Chris Barry was doing like his own sitcom, and it was going for. It's funny actually. It finished the year that he left, so he had to come back again. But he was how does it go? I'm trying to think how it went. Oh, he left. There was obviously, but there was alternative Rimmers like Ace Rimmer. Do you remember Ace Rimmer? So there was Ace Rimmer. He was like the cool version of Rimmer, and Ace came like from another dimension to like basically recruit him out, because there'd been millions of Ace Rimmers all going around saving people. So Rimmer was the next person. So he went away pretending to be Ace Rimmer. That's his excuse, for leaving the series. But he was in it quite a bit for someone who'd left the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he did come back. I think he came back within a series. I think he wasn't. It must have been 1 or 2 where he was. Yeah, the reason he lost. He did how he lost Red Dwarf was these little nanobots that Crichton had in his suit or something to like fix his, because he's a robot, fix him and stuff, had gone rogue and delete it, like took Red Dwarf and hid in it or something. I can't remember how it went. No, he hid it inside into Lister's laundry or something. So Red Dwarf was inside Starbug the whole time, like pushed down really small. It's odd actually how they explained it. Like miniaturized it basically. So when they were trying to find it for all these series, the signal they were detecting was so low they thought they had the trace. It wasn't. It was inside Starbug the whole time. He hadn't lost it. It's just been like sort of miniaturized. So when Holly like brought it back from the dead, sort of thing, he got the nanobots to resurrect it. The nanobots resurrected the whole crew instead. and the ship, and the ship was absolutely, I think, massive. It was like 1,000 times bigger than it was before. So when they were flying through it with Starbug, they ended up in the air vents, and the air vents were getting smaller because the ship was getting smaller. They had a crash, and when they got out the ship, all the crew were there to like arrest them because they were taking Starbug on a joyride to them. Why have you been flying Starbug around? You're not allowed to. And then they had to explain, look, you know, we resurrected you. We're from the future and all this stuff. And they get put in prison. That's the whole of the series. They're in prison.
Yes.
They're in prison trying to like clear their name. I like that series. I think people don't like that series, but there's some episodes that were a bit odd, like two-parters and episodes that could be put into one episode, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so that's 32, which could be put.
I should get that series so I can watch it.
Really could be. It's going to be back soon. I think it'll be back. There's an advert at the moment for the AA.
Say hello to Cassie.
Eh? Oh, well, that didn't pop. Literally, as you said, it popped up. Hello, Cassie. Literally, as you said, and then I see it. It was on my screen. It was before it came up on here. Yeah, I think it's coming back because there's an AA advert at the moment. Because Starbug breaks down, and so the AA come and fix it. That was the advert. So I'm guessing they're filming. See, I haven't worked out this at all. I've worked out that's 16, the height of that, but I should have done this. I should have worked out how big I needed the circle before I made the circle. I think 128 is probably maybe 64. See, I don't know how big. That's 16 blocks high. Well, from the radius. What? God, don't delete any of that stuff though. I think this does look good though, the circle. If you just left it like that.
That's funny. I stepped through the station teleporter and it gave me salt. And I don't mean like it gave me abuse, I mean like it gave me salt, the element.
Have you seen that? Did you see the video on Twitter earlier? So you can drive the Pilgrim. Yeah, is it the Pilgrim? It's the Pilgrim, the bike.
Pilgrim's the bike, yeah.
You can drive the Pilgrim through a portal.
Can you?
Yeah, you can just drive it straight through, and you know it's the only good thing about it. I think if they fix the camera, seriously, if they fix the camera on that, people would use it more. But it's just you look. Most of the time, I'm looking at the ground.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the place I'm playing the game right now, it's the only craft I have access to because I've
Yeah, I was gonna say.
browsed for that many modules. In fact, I'm just starting right now the exocraft missions. So up until now, yeah, it's been good to have.
God, I'll be glad. You know, at this rate, I'll be glad to go back to that planet tomorrow, just to get away from building things that are insane. Is that twisted as well? I'm starting to scrutinise it now. It's perfect circle. It has to be. See, if I just built up block by block, and then I don't know. I don't think it'd work. In a circle, following this line maybe. Oh, that would take. I don't know if it would work. Because you can't go half a block. You can go half a block, but
Goodness, what's happened to your head, sir?
don't know.
I'm having one of those visual glitches where, like, the Viking's skin is bright red, but he's got like this visual glitch where his mask is like all black. I mean, it looks good on him. Don't get me wrong, but
Right, so that is. Let me work that out. Oh god, that was really like I was hitting the ground then. With this jetpack, which I duped. Oh yeah, bad boy.
bad boy.
Actually, no, I've got 6, have I? I've got 3 there. Oh, that's not the way to do it. Oh, no, I've got 6, but one of them is not even connected to the other 2. So if I had the slots, I could have gone and got the slot. Actually, suppose I could have done. But I could the distance I can go on that. That's exactly what I'm going to do in the PermaDEAD one. Is to do the jetpack as full as I can. Basically the same as this one then, because I've got the same amount of slots. Oh, I don't need to do that, do I? That one's the same. Right, so not including the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 technically, because that one's taken up to. So that is basically the height of the almost. It's 2 blocks off that. It's 32. I might have to do that. Oh god. I've got the compass thing now. I keep calling it a compass. It's not a compass. It hasn't shown me the way so far. It's shown me gaps.
Well, if you want to be shown the way, then you have to have faith. You religion in your life.
I'd like to talk to you about Jesus. I love that episode. Have you ever heard of the sitcom Black Books?
No.
It's like a Channel 4 one. It's set in a bookshop, obviously, like a little bookshop, and it's Bernard Black. That's what it's called, Black Books, and he's like an Irishman, and he's all miserable all the time. And people come in to buy books, and he criticises them for what they're buying and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the episodes, he has to do his tax returns because. Oh, that was it. The episode starts. He goes to his accountant, and he's like got all his like receipts in his pocket that he's had in there all year, and he's just pulled all these receipts out and just saying, "Try and do my accounts." And then as he's doing them, the police raid the accountant, so he's got no accountant, so he has to do his taxes on his own. So he's so bored. He's so trying to avoid doing the taxes that he starts like pairing all his socks and doing stuff he doesn't want to do, and then someone knocks on the door, and it's like these 2 blokes. Hello, we'd like to talk to you about Jesus, like that, and he goes, "Sure, come in," like that. And they're all like, "What?" And he's like, "Really?" like that, and he goes, so he's sitting there. He goes, "What? So what do you want to speak about then?" And they're going, "Oh, I don't know," like that. He goes, "Have you got any literature?" And he goes, and one of them's going, "Oh yes. Oh, books, we got books and magazines." He goes, get the books and magazines, like that. And like the most surprised people ever. And then by the end he's teaching them about like the Bible and stuff, and they're really like happy about it. They've learnt something. And then they leave, and he looks down, and he's got his tax returns still to do. Hey, the Procedural Traveller. Procedural Traveller was on earlier, but I was virtually asleep. I was lying there like someone's on, but I didn't know what time it was. It was probably about 12 o'clock. Can't be getting up at 12 o'clock on a Sunday.
In the morning?
Especially when you noon, yeah. Especially when I went to bed at 5 o'clock. that usually does it, doesn't it? cylinder?
I suppose.
Don't want that one now. I want, no, what are you doing? I want that one. I want the opposite. How do I get the opposite from here? How? Can I do, oh, actually I use the cylinder. Use the cylinder. You can't use the cylinder because the cylinder won't go in that gap. I can't because I can't. Can I build a, oh, what are you doing? Oh, that looks right. No, it didn't look right. I was looking at the wrong. I just put a. Oh God, maybe I'll just delete that. I can always put it back.
Are you feeling all right?
Yeah. No. Wow. I'm fighting with the game. Well, I'm not fighting with the game. The game's fighting me because it knows it says you can't do this. You shouldn't be able to put that there.
Naughty boy, you can't do that.
What?
You're not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy.
I've seen that for ages. I think it's on Netflix, isn't it? It was last time I looked.
It's on one of them, yeah.
Netflix, Netflix Uganda or something like that. I doubt it would be Netflix. In like Jerusalem. Don't think that'd ever get. I don't think they'd ever get there. My favourite. Oh, how did I get there? my favourite bit's the end bit where Michael Palin's going, like he's got the list and he's looking up crucifixion, yeah, crucifixion, yeah, good. And he goes, crucifixion. No, they said I ain't done anything wrong. And I could go away and live on an island somewhere. And he's like, oh really? He goes, nah, I'm joking. Crucifixion, really? Like the idiot, he nearly got away with it. He could have just walked off. Although there wouldn't be any song at the end, then, would there?
Oh God, why did I do that? Such a stupid interloper.
Can I put the? Oh, I see. I've seen this app. I've seen them do that before with the half wall. Yeah, you put the half wall and then you move it down. Right. Should have done that. So you do then you do the next one. See, that'd be out of line then, wouldn't it? Oh no, you can just build it up. There's things that's so obvious to do when you're building that you don't do them. You just like go, oh yeah, I should have done it like that. Like this. Now, if I put that there, I don't know if it's perfectly in line with how I want it. Go on top, on the top. That was on then, I moved it. Yes, I had it. Yeah, go on. See, that is not in line with that, is it? How'd you get,
what you're talking about.
Yeah. How'd you get that in line with that perfectly? Some does. JC would be here, he'd help me. You do it like this. And I go, oh yeah, it's obvious, isn't it? Why didn't I do it? By the time I make this, I guarantee you, Beyond to be released, and you can just make it within a minute. You just do a circle. If they don't, that's weird. Right, so let's have a look, see what the gap is. That's not in the middle, so it's not some natural. Oh, I don't know if is that in the middle. No, it can't be. That's the middle. I wonder. I bet. Yeah, I know. I think. I think I know. Can you put the light in the middle of there? Or the decal, even decal's decal. Oh, I can't see now. wait till tomorrow now because I can actually do something. I can do something a little bit different than building circles for 12 hours a day or whatever it is. So can I get that to go in there? The amount of times I've seen that sticker is that decal is imprinted on my memory now forever. Especially when you have to go back to it like that.
Yay, I have a roamer.
Oh, I like the roamer. That's my favourite one. It's not making any noise. Why is it not making any noise? That's why I use metal. Because metal works instantly. Look at that. Right, so you can put the floor onto the yeah, that's probably the way to do it actually. If I go to the right menu bit. Right, so the floor attaches. Why do we use the paving then? If I can go, well, where does that go? Does that go in the middle? So. Oh, I say so, but it doesn't work.
So.
So you can get. Oh God, I don't go in this menu enough now that I forget what I'm doing. So you can have. I need to get up here, don't I? There you go, so you can put that in there. Some of these techniques are quite easy to do, but if you think about them. So that would be attached, but not to the center though. So you could put. Hold on, let me put the wall back in. So there's the wall in the middle. Although it's probably not attached to that now, is it? Yes, so that's perfectly lined. If I do one... Right, let me work this out. Half wall up. Why is that not attaching to that? Hold on. And then I delete that. And I put the wall in. The wall. Oh, God, I didn't know I was landing then. Oh, God. Deleting everything I don't want to delete. So now I should be able to put that back in there. I want to put that on top of the other ones.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I've just fell off. So you can slip. I've got so much distance to get back. It's easy, right? So, right, let's just test whether that's hard work. This. So that the top of that should be. I don't need to do this, but. No, not that one. So now if I put in something God, why would that go through that? What? It should be perfectly. Oh no, it's not, because it's not. because the wall isn't. That's why. That's the one. Oh no, it isn't the one at all. So,
Ooh, what did I miss?
nothing. Just me getting annoyed. Right. So that, if that could go into that one, it wouldn't be right. So it wouldn't be right. I'll do that again. So get the decal. I put the decal in the middle. See, the thing about the decal is it goes to the angle. It attaches itself to a flat surface, so you can do different angles whenever you want. At any angle, so you could be upside down, which we couldn't be, but in theory you could be in a weird position but still get the angle you wanted. That's how you build the other circles, but it's difficult. And if you get it wrong, if you don't glitch the thing first time, you have to just go back and reset it again and again and again. That's all I was doing the last 2 days, basically. It's like lining up the thing with the right angle, and then, oh my god, and then trying to glitch a pipe to the right place, and it just wouldn't go. And then you realise you're standing too close, and you have to go back again. It's very annoying. Oh my god, maybe I'm too close. And then you move and you have to reset the bloody decal again. I'm going to have to delete that. And again. And then you try to do a glitch, and you don't hear any sound come off it. It's like you're never going to do it. There we go. Right, I got that wall back. What's going to happen if we get pieces that move? That'd be, imagine moving. I know we did have we used to have a garage door. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then they took.
Yeah, no craft could ever fit through. Yes, I remember that.
It was like removed. I don't know why that. Well, probably because of that.
But we did plenty of things. I mean, we discovered lots of things that we could do, and then they were gone when the technology changed and things like that. Remember when the garage doors, people were using them like trapdoor bridges and things?
Yeah. You could. Oh god.
That was kind of fun, really. And then that went away. I still miss my carbon planter. But yes.
It's weird though.
All this glitch building could just either go away or not work anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still had tons of fun doing it, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I don't think they go away. I just think they're like make it easier to do. But then there'll be stuff that you can't do that you'll learn how to do again. Why can the little wall not go in there, but the big wall can? Doesn't make any bloody sense. What?
Oh, come on, nothing in this world makes sense.
Little wall can't go in, but the big wall can. Can I do it above it?
I need to gather copper. I have just the place.
Ah, that's a good idea. Yes, good idea. Good idea, me. Let's just do that. Put that wall in there. Delete the walls above it. Now this big wall won't go in. Big floor won't go in. Guaranteed. Doesn't make any sense. out. Why does that? Why would that make
It does.
any sense? I've just removed that wall from that exact spot. Well, not that exact spot, but I wonder what it is. It's because maybe it's because of the paving thing. I'll just do the paving thing then. That's why they use paving. Just worked it out because it works. You don't have to glitch a wall. If I put the see that the simple stuff. If you're not told how to do it, you ain't gonna. You won't work it out ever. What's this quote from? A child. No, it doesn't work. A child.
I don't know.
A sequel to a very popular movie. A child. I liked it though. I don't know why people criticize it.
I have no idea.
A child. Basically, the movie starts when this team, they're going down into the sewer. Something's gone wrong. Something's gone wrong in the neighbourhood, right? And they've gone down into the sewer, and there's all this like purple gunge in the sewer flowing through. And you find out that the purple, it's like negativity, basically. That's what the purple gunge is.
Sounds like Ghostbusters 2.
Exactly. It's got, what's his name? The one who was in Ally McBeal. I forgot his name. Peter McNichols or something like that. I can't remember what he's. Yeah, he's the one. He's the one who gets possessed. He's like, I think he runs the I think he's museum. Like the museum. Yeah, and he's the one who gets like possessed. And he's riding a bike to try and steal the baby, and he's going, "A child." I like that.
I don't remember that particular line. But
yeah, he was like coming towards the window. It's quite scary when I was little. It's like, a child. Right, so I've done that then. I've worked that one out. That's good. Well done, me. Pat on the back. See, I've seen that being done before as well. When geez, that's not central. What? How is that not central?
I don't know.
That should be there, shouldn't it? Considering the other block was. Oh, I have to do it again. I've worked it out. Pat on the back instantly. Instantly. No, you haven't. Can I glitch a floor panel directly to that? No, of course I can't, because you can't go to the floor instantly, can you? I can though. I can put that to there, can't I? I'll try it. I'll tell you what, the amount of building there is, I don't see there's never been that many like simple like techniques that I've learnt. No, I'll just put that there. So I'm going to put the wall there. Am I putting the wall there? Is that what I'm doing? Oh, I don't know.
So you use the Viking decal because of its alignment quality.
Yeah,
you get 4 compass points and it lines up with everything else.
Well, you can do that. You can do those as well. Look, well, actually, that looks a bit off, doesn't it? Well, they all off. See that? That one. Don't know what's that? Is that the Korvax one? You can't do that one because it's got blue. It's got. Is it? No, the one I'm on now, the blue one. The one at the
that's Korvax.
Yeah, it's got the blue streaks and you can't really see where the point is. You can do it at that, but then this one's got it on the other side. But that's better because you can see it's got white bits. But that is like the perfect one, isn't it? But I need to put all.
It's perfect.
There you go. There's the wall.
What's it doing way over there?
So maybe I should have done it. Why did I just do the last one? I got confused.
Oh, That was a mistake, wasn't it?
No, not that one. I don't want to delete that one. Or that one. It doesn't matter, actually. That much. It's just these blocks, having to rebuild them might put them out of alignment. I don't know. If anyone tried to do this without going to the pole of the dead moon, I'd love to see what they got, because it would be rubbish. It wouldn't work. Nothing would be in alignment. And even this is not exactly perfect. So it would be very difficult. So the middle of that is the middle. Obviously. The middle is the middle is the middle. If I could put them on there. Oh no, if I can put them on the bottom, makes more sense. If I can put that one at the bottom, delete the top two, then I get my wall out. And there we go. That's central. If that ain't central, then I don't know what would be central.
Yeah. It's friggin' condensed carbon. What the frig do you care that I'm mining it?
Yeah, they should change that. I reckon.
Guess who I'm talking to.
I don't know why they don't change the sentinels. I've always thought the sentinels should be like, you know, in Dying Light when they come out of like little, they've got a little little hives. They should come out like that and attack you.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know. They don't really do it, do they?
It's just it makes no sense. You attack me when I'm mining condensed carbon, for crying out loud, but when I pull out the terrain manipulator and mine out this huge hole in the ground of something, you have no problem with it.
Yeah, that's silly, isn't it? Hey, funny link. Hello, funny imps.
It could be so much better.
Funny imps is lurking.
Well, that's what funny imps do. They lurk. Hello, funny.
I want to know if Funny Imps plays Dreams, because that's what your thing is. Your little cursor is an imp. Do you know what I wish? I genuinely wish that the I never got into the beta for Dreams, because it put me off. Because it put me off for like. If it had been like, oh, it's coming to early access next, and I'd been like, oh, I'm gonna get that, and I would have probably, it'd be on my thing, and I'd have be playing around with it. I'd actually learned something by now, but because I played the beta and it put me right off playing it, I just thought, well, I don't need to buy it.
You didn't like it?
Just yet. No, it was just too difficult, I thought.
Well, it's a start.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean, because it probably never had all the stuff in it that it would have done. It put me off a bit.
All that, and
And
a full-featured editor. I'm sure it's going to have a lot of stuff that you're not going to use.
That's what I mean. And this, this doesn't help being about. And you've got Beyond somewhere coming, maybe.
Yeah,
this
I know.
at some. So what am I going to do? It was a good.
I've had a very unhealthy addiction to No Man's Sky since it first came out. I mean, I passed on a lot of major releases just because I wasn't interested in them anymore.
And look
at me now. I'm playing No Man's Sky. I played it. I must have restarted like at least 24 times since launch, but I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
I really don't care about much else nowadays. It's unhealthy. Also bad for the industry.
I played The Long Dark.
A bad person.
I played this. Then what did I play? I played The Long Dark. No, wow, is that the first one I played? No, I played Apex Legends, didn't I? And the only reason I stopped playing that is because I thought solos were going to come, and they never. So I never went back to it. Then I played The Long Dark, and the only reason I stopped playing that is because of the kidney stones. And then I've gone back to this. And now, I played... Oh, and then I played The Long Dark. Then I played one stream, didn't I, of Days Gone. then I just sort of stopped for a month and never did anything. I played that, you know. So I have played that, I suppose, for a month.
Do you remember how long you lived in? What was your longest stretch of life in
I
Long Dark?
think it was 28. Was it 20? No, 30, 40. So I can't remember now. But the two I've got,
Days, right?
because I did one that was off stream and that I'm still alive. Both my saves, I haven't died. I never died on stream for like, I don't know. The day I started doing Twitch tonight, and before I was doing restream and all that stuff, I was doing it. I never died. I was pretty good at it then. How did I do this? I've forgotten now. If I put the pipe in the middle, so the pipe's green lit in the middle, if I go straight back out and onto the yeah. Well, that's better than using the decal, isn't it? The decal, you have to go into the decal and go, oh, I've got to line it up perfectly, or just put the pipe in the middle, go back out the thing, go to the wall. I've done it twice in a row. Yes, right. Let the anger flow. We'll go straight there. See, that's why I've been going wrong before. It's because you need to delete the block. And in my head, I'm like, do not delete the block. Never delete the block. But I can get the block back. I just can't get. So if I delete that now, I can delete this one because I've done that one wrong, obviously.
Yeah. What? Oh.
So I can build the circle, do what I've just done then, which is quite fast. Put the pipe in the middle, glitch the wall, then put in the floor. Then I put the two. Where are they? The two little floors on top. Maybe if I can get them on top in any way possible, get them on top. No, not on top. On the bottom. Because I want. Hold on. No. So that's in the middle. I want to push it up. I don't know, actually. I can't work that one out. Oh, yeah. Do that. And then delete that. Then put the bottom one there. Delete those. Put the big wall back on. And that wall, if I'm right, should be central to this point here. Let's have a look. It is. Is it central to there? It is. Okay. So that would be, I can't get the block in, but it will be exactly to where the block is. I've actually done something today. Look at this. It's amazing. I just had deja vu then. It's weird that I've done that before and I haven't. Oh, it's weird, that one, isn't it? I used to be indecisive.
But then I wasn't sure.
But now I love that one. Actually, funny, Imps is probably laughing now because I love that one. What was the other one? I was trying to remember that Ricky Gervais. Someone tweeted Ricky Gervais about someone tweeted and we all have our views on religion or something. No, what was it? It was what it is. I'm gonna check. Read it out perfectly. Where is it? is it? Where 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 is it?
Where is it?
Actually, maybe it was. Freedom. Oh, I can't find it. Don't know where it is.
Well, that's just fine. Now we're left hanging.
It was something about freedom of. It was something about freedom of speech and like. No, it was something like we all have freedom of speech, so so Ricky Gervais should keep comments about atheism to himself. We could contradict the freedom of speech bit, but it was much funnier than that. Oh, I didn't get it right that time. Can I put the little walls on there first? Oh, that's why it will keep going wrong, because I kept putting try and put the floors on something that wouldn't go. And then I'll get the little ones and put them next to it.
Oh my, yes, I forgot all about that.
Ha 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 ha. That's an angle. Right, so that'll work. So, hold on. It won't be as big a circle though. It won't be as big. It'll be perfectly joined. I've got to work it out again now. It was 16, so from this first box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, 14. Is that a big enough gap? Yeah, so it's one off the top of that then. What's the time? Look, can you do it now? That's what I'm thinking. Can it be done now?
You will join us or die.
Come with us. I've got to rethink all the how big stuff is now then. So it would only work with 30. See, that's the problem. That is where I've not worked it out right. I've worked out the circle, so it would be a solid circle. Probably can't do that.
I had a car waiting. Oh, there it is.
So, that's the problem. It's because I've not got. That would have to be bigger than the other one. Would actually have to be bigger than this one now to fit in the smaller ones underneath it. I'll try it out. I'm gonna have to build circles that aren't that fit the panels on perfectly, like I've just done there. That's the only way I'm gonna work out how big this thing is, because otherwise it's not gonna be not that it'd be to scale, that it wouldn't be to scale its own parts. That was the only reason I made something massive like that. I might have to restart, you know. I might actually have to just sort of... Well, no, because I know how big that circle is. Oh, the thing is, though, I've made that circle to be solid, haven't I? No, I don't know now. Well, I can always make this circle the big circle, and then is it? Oh, I was gonna say, is it me, or do you look? Is it gone back to pre-next when you look really close to the ground? And I realised I was off the ground. I was off the platform. I did that video before next where it looked you were really close to the ground. If you looked down, you'd be like touching the floor almost. They did change that. Right, so this ring is wrong. This whole thing I've done is wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't think that I can fix it to... See, that's wrong anyway, but... Oh, God. That's what I said on Sword yesterday. I goes, a little tip for building a sphere, don't. Because... Oh, God, no, don't let me do it again. Can't delete this. Just can't.
I can't do it again.
I can't delete this. This is...
Yeah.
Just saying I can't delete this, that was it. Did you do a video on doing vertical circles? Nah, it's not really. Hello anyway, Adam. No. I'll tell you how to do it though. I'll tell you how I did it. If I hit this put this image on the screen, you'll know. Basically, I use that, which you can't see because I've got the wrong one on, but I use that protractor, but it's not that exact picture, it's another one. To no, don't point at things. What are you doing? Stop pointing at things. I use this protractor, which I can't see. I use this decal to line up the top of the angles there, and then I just point. You can't see it. That's the wrong decal, but the wrong overlay. But it will, unless you've got a phone on, you won't be able to see what I'm talking about. But I have overlaid a thing that I can see, so I'm basically down at the screen, full screen, looking at the what angle I've got, and then that sets that. You can do it without the angle. You can just sort of, you know, trial and error it. Just sort of, this block would not be this angle. This block would be like in front of me, just sitting there straight. But you could just go, well, I'll set that one. I'll set that one. I'll set that one. I'll set that one. You know, one of them's 45 degrees. And if you're going to do it without most people haven't got, you know, video capture thing that they can overlay stuff and look it back. But obviously, you can if you change the color of this block, not the color, change it to rust. You've got little, you know, you can see tiny. Where the rust is on there, you can just set it to pointing at each line and see what that one does. You know, you might get a good, if you can remember what speck of rust is pointing at, you might get a good angle. But I used an overlay and just cheated basically. But it's not exactly that much of a cheat, is it? You need a PC, you need video capture equipment, you need to know how to make an overlay, you need to put the overlay in the right place, you need to stand in the right position. Like for example, that one works.
You need to get creative. You need like a clear see-through sheet and just
Or
your own
or
parameter on it.
no,
Tape it to the TV screen.
that I'm not even joking on that. That was the thing. Just get some blue tack or sticky tack. I don't know if it's blue tack in America, and get some like thread or something. Weigh it. Get some string. Weigh it down. Put it across. Have lines going across your screen like that. Also, what helped me is I put that beacon dead center so I could line it up with the middle of the thing. You can actually see it there. You look at the top of the screen, but you can't have loads. You only have 5 of them, so you can't put loads of base computers or anything in the way. But that's how I did that. But basically, just you take a block. The basic gist of how to make it is you take the block.
Ooh, on someone's grave.
You have a block there. You have a block in the center. This is how you do it. Actually, I'll do it. You put your block. If you get your block as central as you can, I'm not going to try and do it exactly, but like that, lined up perfectly, and then that's the center of where your vertical one's supposed to be. And then you have to build back from here, maybe, to put those in there. No. Yeah. So you have that. So that's your center point. Then you delete that. You have to go down here like this so you get the right height. So you put the little wall in there. Maybe. Then you put the floor in. Maybe it'll go down eventually. There you go. Now you can stand. Is that right? Hold on. What did you do? No, that's wrong actually. Sorry. No, you don't do that at all. How'd you do it? I've forgotten how to do it. That's bad. I've forgotten how to do it already. Basically, you have a wall in front of you, and then you walk up to the wall. And how do you do that? Is that right? Maybe it's the little wall. Maybe I've made. Hold on. Where is it? Maybe you need little walls. And then a wall in front of you. Yeah. So you stand here, and then you line it up. So you can see that's pretty much with my thing. But you don't need to use anything on screen. You don't need to. Just put the decal over there. Line it up with the top and the bottom lines. Then just rotate everything. So when you say if I want to do that's about 45 degrees, I set the decal, go back out the menu and glitch the pipe. See, this is why it's different to the other one. That other video is not even close to as difficult as this. Now I've got the pipe. I've glitched the pipe in. When I put this square in on top of it, it should be facing, if I could place it, that's facing 45 degrees up. So then you've got your first one placed up there. You go up, I think it's 15 more spots. Hello, prefect. And then you just repeat it for every single block you want around different angles, and then that's how you get the vertical one.
The Sentinel just buried itself under my car.
It takes a long time though. Yeah, it's the decal's a thing you get on to just put it on a face of something. You could probably do it on the a wall actually. I've never tried that. Well, I don't know which wall you'd have though, because the decal perfectly. You can get the angle. You will need to, on some of it, get trial and error basically for this one. It's not like you can see where the gap is and you can just aim straight down the middle. You can't do it with that floor, the ceiling, because the wall, because you can't see it. You might be able to do a wooden wall. Let's see. Although, if you use a block that's centered, when you come, the block that you glitch will be in the center. You know, that's where you go back. You go forward to, so you can put the block you're glitching against, the pipe that you want to change, and then the actual center point behind it. Can do it with that. You can use a wall, I suppose, if you wanted it against a wall, or it's not exactly easy though. Although with a wall you haven't got anything to line up with, I suppose. If you wanted to.
Carbon. You're defiling your own creation with carbon.
No, I'm just. Oh no, I'm not explaining because I never set it, but it would have been set. See, if I turn that decal that way, go back out into the. See, it doesn't work. See, that's the problem with that. You have to reset it every time. So that's me last night, going down to the screen, looking at where the angle is again, coming back out, hoping that pipe snaps. It doesn't. And then you go back into the menu again, and then you put the decal, and you set the decal, and then you come back out the menu, and you go to put the pipe, and it works, and you go, yeah, and then you realise that the pipe's just set straight. It hasn't there, but you go mad. But that's how you do it. That one, the vertical one, or any angle. If you look at JC Asteria's got any angle build. That's how you do it. But I'd use the decal over the whatever he uses. He uses like one of the decoration sort of things and twists it around. But the decal and block are pretty much, I'd say, the only way to do it with any sort of degree of, accuracy. Oh, I don't want to delete this though. Don't make me delete it. Why are you making me delete it, Fusion?
It was something to do. I don't know.
The thing is though, I'm not going to come back. I'm not going to do this tomorrow, so I can forget about that I've deleted it.
You're not going to do it tomorrow, huh?
No, I'm going to do the walk around the planet. I'll check when I finish. When I finish this, I'll check to see where I am, just to see how far it was. It's not that far. I've got, for some reason, I think it's 30 degrees. Oh, this is so wrong. It's unbelievable. This. 2 down. That was my tweet. 2 down, and then not 2 down. None down. Oh, that block I just deleted was a really hard block to do. Why don't I work this out first? I should test everything first. What I'll do is I'll try to do a really small sphere. If it hadn't been for the fact that I was trying to make something that in proportion, I could have done a sphere. I think it would have worked. Oh, this is like, when you've got a new ship and you have to delete all the stuff in it. It's like that. But it took me ages to do. It took me probably longer. Well, I don't know about longer than the ship. Maybe not. Depends how fast you were. Anyway, it was 16. That's how deep it, so that's quite a thing to remember. I'll leave that platform there because that's probably the right height. But later, I'll delete that bit. No, I'm too far away. I was going to do that. I was going to build like really big builds and then delete them afterwards. Like limited time. Come and see it now. I don't know what the limit is on this on one save. It could break it completely. What the hell was that? Oh.
Well, either that, or you're going to have to hollow everything out.
Well, yeah, it will be. It won't have anything. The biggest bits won't have anything in it. Who wants to go and sit in an engine room? All there is in there is curry.
The engineer.
Well, there isn't any engineer in Starbug. There's only 4 people.
I don't remember.
There's only 4 people left. 1 human being, a robot or an android, a hologram, and a cat, which is sort of a human, I'd say. There's one episode where it's a hologram. It's called Hollow Ship. I think it's called Hollow Ship. You know, and they're trying to recruit Rimmer, sort of thing. And this bloke comes on, and he's being really like arrogant and stuff. He's like saying, he goes, what? He's scanning them. What do we have here? One series, like whatever mechanoid, completely burnt out. And the Crichton's like, oh, like what? And he goes, a hologram. And then he's like, next one was like something that comes from a cat or something like that. And then he goes, oh, what do we have here? He goes, a human being. Oh shit, hold on, I was speaking, I've forgotten where. I've forgotten, then I fell off. I forgot where the centre was. I actually boosted up there then. I think this was the centre here. Yeah, he's saying like, oh, we have. He goes, a human being. He goes, like that. He goes, no. He goes, oh, that's it. Physical age 48, like that. He goes, actual age mid-20s, like that. And Rimmer's like, Lister's like, what? And then he gets his packet of cigarettes out and pulls out one of the cigarettes like a little. He's got like, it's like he's holding a little walkie-talkie. He goes, Lister to Red Dwarf. We seem to have a complete smeghead in our midst, like that. And then the bloke goes, oh, the human being seems to have some degree of humour, like that. With careful tutorage, could perform simple tasks like that. Hello, Mick. Mick's back. And then at the end, Craig Charles, the cigarette, he puts it in his mouth and eats it like that because he's going to fight this hologram. And the hologram's like trying to get off the ship. And then in the outtakes, he goes, "Why did I eat that?" Like that. He's eating this cigarette. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the bloody top. I'm going to forget where the centre is in a minute. Oh, I can't believe I just deleted all that. It annoys me when I can't remember quotes. You ever had that? You're trying to do a quote back of something and you think, oh, I don't know what the quote is. It's something of what I've just said. I wasn't even looking then. I was purposely not looking at where the there we go. Put that there. Oh, come off it. There. It's right in front of you. Yes. They did not realise what people are going to make with this game. Although this now is nothing to do with glitching. This is trying to build a simple bloody square. Oh, there's a hole there. Don't go. Don't go.
I do hope you manage to get the whole thing done by the time Beyond arrives.
I don't think there's the amount of times I've gone to do stuff. Right, so that's the centre, definitely. I'm looking.
That's the wrong phrase. I hope you get to realize your dream of constructing the Starbug, even if Beyond does manage to break things.
Oh yeah, well that's why I'm doing this anyway, because I think that's why I do that save tomorrow, because if I go back like next month or something or whenever to finish off my planet walk and it's not even the same planet, then it's gonna be pointless, isn't it? I might as well just go and do that. So this one is a 32 and it was 14.
Good Lord, how far away is that base?
Anyway, that beacon, the beacon is where, yeah, okay, right, let's just keep going with this. It's clean, it's fresh and clean, and it should be easier now. I don't have to think about. Oh God.
You rang what?
You rang. As it goes, list to the Red Dwarf. We seem to have a complete smeg pot in our midst. Brains. Brains. No, what is it? Oh, what was he? See that? I mean, that's my point. Proven. Can't remember the quote, and I end up forgetting what it is. Oh, that's it. But he goes, we have a complete smeg pot in our midst. Brains in the anal region. I can't remember what the ship the other bloke's calling back to. The life form seems to show primitive understandings of humour, imitation, like that. Give him some tutelage, maybe able to perform simple tasks. And he's like listed to Red Dwarf. He keeps going back and forth. He goes, the life form seems to be spoiling for a rumble, like that. Oh, I thought I wasn't live then for a second.
Ah! Damn plants that pop up at the last very second.
They do that on purpose.
They do. I believe they do.
That was what was it? Sword said even on Swords he's got like the ultra PC version sort of thing. He says even when he lands on like a good planet that you know that's gonna have like gravitino boards on it. He says you can't see the gravitino boards until you get out the ship.
Until you've landed.
Yeah, and that's even that's on a PC version with like on ultra.
So that's gotta be a purposeful decision.
I said on ultra settings, it can't be just that they popped in unless there was a really bad piece of code that stayed in all the versions. Oh.
Well, can we philosophize for just a second? When they said that there were going to be, what is it, 18 quintillion planets or systems, whichever one it was, I forget.
Planets.
Planets. All right, fine. Still 18 quintillion planets.
Doesn't matter, does it?
No living human being, I mean, all of us together would never be able to visit all 18 quintillion.
500 million years or something.
Even if you spent less than 1 second
at
every location, we would still never be able to.
The sun would be burnt out.
Do you think that they did it just for the sake of saying, as a programmer, we did it.
Well, no, I just think that's the it's like a 12 a 16-bit like code. No, actually, I think they did go with like an 8-bit sort of number originally, and then they said that but it wasn't big enough, so they went for 16. So I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah, I guess maybe because they needed a larger number for other purposes, but
Yeah, it's like
I
6.
mean, let's face it, we've only got what, the four basic planet types, a couple of anomaly types thrown in, and basically when it says, oh, you're going to a toxic planet, you have a general idea of what to expect on the toxic planet now that you've played it for a while, right?
Yeah.
There's really no surprise for you anymore. And even the anomalous planets that they added, you get maybe 5 or 10 minutes of
Well,
enjoyment of them,
I
and
think
then it's like, because
I.
there are no other
Oh,
buildings
so
there, you've seen it all.
yeah. Sorry, he said 64. Yeah, Mick said 64. It was 32. I remember that they did 32-bit, and then
Whichever.
it was
A lot of
32, and then yeah, there you go. It went with originally 32. Yeah, it's because everything's 16 in it. Confusing.
So
This is a 64-bit circle.
I'm trying to think where I was going with this. Now I can't remember. It'll come back to me. Just talk amongst yourselves for a while.
I always thought that they sort of standardized everything so they could change it later. I don't know.
I mean, I would love for No Man's Sky to continue. I mean, I plan to keep playing it for years because I've enjoyed it so much, but it's just, if you have a universe that is that large, the assets pool is really small.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. If they don't even have to have procedural assets, they just need to have more assets. I don't mean to delete that. Even if you like add one person, just or a couple of people just making assets for different types of, not even different type. Where see, that's the problem. Different types they're still gonna repeat, aren't they?
Just not as often.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
That's another question I have. Maybe somebody knows the definitive answer to this. When everyone talks about the procedural assets, I,
There aren't
I
any.
remember I remember seeing the videos before it was released about, well, this is the way that the procedural system works, but wasn't it that the the engineer, graphic artist, what have you, the procedural algorithms show them an asset, and they can decide whether they want to use it or not, and then the algorithm changes it slightly, and they can pick
That's
and
what I mean.
choose
They haven't.
from 200 variations.
That hasn't
But
worked
it doesn't,
at all. It's not
yeah,
even.
it doesn't randomly generate them for the game. It randomly generates them for the artist who can decide whether they want that particular asset
That's
to
what I
be
mean. They
created.
don't. They just. It's supposed to be that. What? It's supposed to be that. It's supposed to be there's a base asset. The animals do. The ships do to a certain extent. I think that's they only did, to be fair. The bits they showed were the animals and the ships, but the ships are. I think the ships are done all right. And even the ships still, you still know you're going to find certain ships what they look like, and the animals is
Hmm.
the same with animals. There's a certain amount. It's not like when he pushes the button and he shows there's a variation and there's a variation of that variation. It doesn't exist. It just doesn't. There's not even one
Not
piece of that. There's
surprising.
there's not even one bit of that that's in the game. But the reason is they can't, because when you can you if you warped into a system and you went to a planet, or if you just walked into a system, that the game has to decide, has to work out then, well, what's on this planet. But at the moment it doesn't have to, because it's in the file. You just say, well, there's a cold planet. It's going to say,
You can choose from
for
that.
example, it's going to say this is a dead planet, and it's going to look like this. because all dead planets look like this planet. There's no variation. I'm about to hit the floor because I've missed it. They're going to say that rocks like that. These little rocks there are there. There's going to have cracks like that. It's going to be the same. Nothing will be any different. You're going to have, if I scan, I know there's going to be eggs here. There's humming eggs. There's whispering eggs. Occasionally you get like, oh look, it's a natural burial site here, but that's not any. There's ancient data structures, but apart from that, I know that my life support's going to go down fast because I'm on a dead planet. You know, it's exactly the same. Can I get up to here?
It has so much potential to be a much bigger game.
And the reason that it does that is because if you went into a system, the assets, you need to load assets. You wouldn't have to load assets like you do now. You'd have to actually create them, and that would be like the amount of stuff that we'd have to create. You'd have to go into a system and just wait for like I don't know how long it would take to create them, but you still have to wait. You still have to load them. It'd have to be cached to your hard drive, so when you moved around, it wouldn't constantly. You know, it'd have to do that.
Well, then the next generation systems will take care of that.
That's what I mean. That's why that's going to happen, isn't it? That's the next thing. So when you're like, when people are like saying, oh, it's going to split the community, well, and
what's going to split the community?
Well, because you have to have a next gen version, because you do, because you know you can't just go to next.
Updated graphics.
You can't go to next gen and just have it. It's now 60 frames a second at 4K. You can't do that.
Sure, you could. All you're gonna do is
you can do that.
a few textures and slap a label called remastered on.
Well, that's what I mean. That's the thing that would probably happen. It's not going to they're not going to change any of the generation, because the second they did that, the PlayStation 4 people, or this generation of people, would be like, well, I haven't got that stuff at all. That's how, you know. But then what?
Get another job, or maybe skip buying that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If it came out, this is No Man's Sky 2, would they complain then? No, you just play it again.
Are you kidding? Oh man, I just imagine what that would be like the day that they ever announced No Man's Sky 2.
Because it would be this, but better. It would be the game. Well, I'm going to say it'd be the game that people wanted or thought.
Yes.
Yeah, but the thing is, I say all that, but you can still have this galaxy. You can still have this, not galaxy. You can still have this universe. You can have all these the 255 galaxies in a remastered, better version. You just can't. It just won't have the seed of the remastered, the better version. It will be a separate. You know, if you kept it separate, and people who had this game played this in these galaxies, then you know. It would still be there. They'd still play it. You just wouldn't have it just wouldn't be as good. It's not like we're deleting it and starting again.
Although I'll, chances are I'd do that too.
That's what I mean. I
to start again.
If people got, oh god, I've got buildings that I don't want them to be deleted. Well, they wouldn't be deleted. They'd be still there. Just you'd be missing features. If you loved it that much as it is now, then you wouldn't mind, surely.
Yeah.
Because you've still got your game that you were playing, and then if you loaded another save, you'd go into the new game and play that. You wouldn't lose anything. You'd have more options, if anything.
What were we talking about?
I don't know.
I mean,
I think we were talking about Donald Trump, weren't we?
No, no, no.
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie's okay. I don't mind Bernie.
Talking about, he's done well, hasn't he? Since he's done well out of the restaurant business, though, hasn't he?
Trump laid out his talking point yesterday so that everybody can flame him on the news shows today, which should be going on right now, and then I'll have to hear about it tomorrow morning when I catch the news.
Almost as
Yes,
if
he's already attacked another congressman.
it's almost as if he does it on purpose.
Well, the congressman he's attacked in the last couple of days is named Elijah Cummings. He's a black man. Baltimore, I think, Baltimore, Maryland.
Oh my God, not Baltimore.
And of course, Trump, went after him, calling it, his district is a rat-infested this and that, and it's filthy, and no human being would ever live there, blah blah blah, and the representative should do something about it, blah blah. I'm like, ugh. You had to stoke the fire, right? Because
That's what I mean. He does it.
black congressman, you just had to do it. It's so frigging obvious what the man is, and it's just I can't believe that like half the government is dedicated to protecting him. Oh, we've fallen so far as a country. Okay, go on.
Never mind. Beyond's out soon.
Yeah, that's
You can find your own planet, and oh God, imagine if he starts playing it.
yeah, that's why I keep multiplayer turned off. Yeah. Yay, decorations.
God, I've got this perfect today. Look at this. And you automatically make circles and don't think about the placement, then they're better circles always. If you sit there thinking that's a millimetre out, then you're going to fail instantly. Apart from that one doesn't want to snap, there you go. Whee! Remember that next... Hold on, where's the centre? Oh, why did I have to delete to the point where I couldn't see where the centre was? Is that one in it? That's why I never... Definitely, when I get back to PermaDEAD, when it... Basically, I reckon I'll be back PermaDEAD when Beyond comes out. And depending on what's in Beyond, it'd probably be... I'll restart it anyway to because I don't... I thought I'd get to a certain point, like a couple of hours in, and we'd know something, and then I'd have to restart anyway. But then it turns out, actually, it's been about 3 weeks or something between that point and now. So I have to sort of wait. It's bad. I think that's the only bit where I think you should do better than that. Is that, people have got might have plans to do something, and we don't know when we're planning to do something for. There's a lot of people who would take off holidays to play Beyond, like Sword did. Sword was like, I'm taking this week off, and then it never came out.
I agree, but I mean, what value is that to Hello Games?
I know, I'm going to say it, but
money for it, so.
it doesn't really matter, yeah.
I mean, the fact that they nailed it down to summer, if they really wanted to drive people crazy, they would wait until the last week in September.
Yeah, God, I hope they don't do that, but yeah.
No, I'm sure they're not like that.
It's been certified in a few places now, hasn't it? So it can't be that long. Do you reckon it'd be? Do you think it'd be trailer? Then it would be, the next day, or do you think that the trailer will say it's being released in 2 weeks or something? Get a bit of hype towards what's in it, maybe. I don't know. Usually the trailer comes, then the patch notes come, and then that's it. So hopefully.
Everybody's so obsessed with the damn patch notes.
You got to be obsessed with patch notes because you got to know what's in it. Although I would go for an update one day that had a ton of stuff that you never knew, and they didn't tell you what it was. to find it. Not actual stuff, not actual features, not actual,
Community source thing. Everybody
not
has to work together to find out what the new features are.
not actual features, but stuff that happens in, you know. I don't want to say content, 'cause that sounds stupid. I don't think they're doing that anyway, are they?
Stupid.
Content. I've got to change my YouTube description because it sounds stupid now. I swear I did change it, and I looked the other day, and it's still there. My YouTube, one of my YouTube. Oh, what was that? Oh, sorry. I thought I'd unplugged my microphone. One of my YouTube subscriptions is something. Oh, what was it? Of a supporter of streamers, a creator of content. Sounds like a bloody going for office or something.
You're not.
I do that.
Selling it really well, aren't you?
I'm not doing.
Again? A supporter of streamers.
That was it. And a creator of content. That was it.
And a creator of content.
I did that.
Dynamite lover. I mean,
I like that. I should put that. I swear though, I had a different description and it disappeared. I don't know where it went. Because I had all like, maybe that was on like Twitch and that. Maybe I did that and I forgot to do YouTube. I had all like the Streamlabs account and stuff on there, and all proceeds will go towards all proceeds will go to all donations will go to a slush fund in Monaco. I mean, back into the channel. That's my description, but I don't know where that is now. Seems to have been erased a bit. I swear that was on YouTube. It has to be on YouTube because maybe it's on some like section that doesn't go to the right place. That one wasn't out. I'd never see that one out.
didn't you buy a green screen at one point?
Yeah, but I don't need it anymore. It's pointless. Because of, I put it in the corner. The only reason you have that is it. So that's weird. How that if I go onto my app, I'm reacting to what Mick said. If I go back to my if I go on my YouTube app thing and I look at my own channel as I do, it tells me the old one. It's weird. I don't know why it still does that. I'm going to check now. So we've got my YouTube app up. I go to BC in the corner. Your channel. And it says, look at the description. Support the channel and help it grow. All donations will go straight back into the channel. First up is a new camera. Well, that's out of date by loads. I've got Hyper PermaDEAD rules. I don't know which one that is. I think that was from months ago before I got this computer.
From a few deaths ago.
Yeah. And then it's got I support streamers, creative content. Then it's got my Twitter, and then that's it. I've got 10,000. I should have tweeted this out, but I said it on Sword and I just forgot about it. I've got I went over 10,000 views yesterday. Also, I've got 198 subscribers. 98, 2 away. Yes, I don't know why that. Oh. I don't know why that's like that. Settings. I'm not going to touch settings. Hold on. If I go to where's the bit where you hit in? It says little cog. It says.
Okay. Spoiler alert. They killed his wife and child. Go on.
So look, see that one is Hyper PermaDEAD. Why have I done that then? Maybe I've just gone and left it. Oh, the description. Oh, the description. Oh yeah, sorry, that's probably what it is. Yeah, the description. It's not the about page. Yeah, I've forgotten all about that. Then it's probably I haven't got it on. The description's the thing you want to do, because that what's the description? Oh, there's description, and some of the description doesn't work. Does the description talk about Hyper PermaDEAD? Yeah. Because I did it all with tags and stuff. That works. The channel stuff works okay. I've done that. Yeah, it still is PermaDEAD though. Yeah, I say it because it. I have to change that. I haven't done any tags for building. It's only been a week though. I was amazed when I looked back on Twitter the other day and I looked at the what was it, the
what?
When I did my first 16-sided circle that day, that was like, it was 8 days ago or something. It wasn't even that long ago. It hasn't been 2 weeks since I've been doing this. I'm amazed by that. I thought it feels like it's been ages. I suppose when you're waiting for Beyond, everything slows down, and you think it's faster because you're waiting and waiting and waiting for a week, and it's not a week. It is a week.
And then another week, and then another week.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like a week, does it? It feels like about a month. So everything you do in that, like this save, I've done more in this save in the last week or two, whatever it is, than I have in some of the other ones that I've died in, or it just seems like I was on those much longer. Oh, didn't mean to delete that one. You stupid fool. It's luckily though, because it's the one I've just done. Go in the centre. Aim the game in the centre. Maybe I should go for the middle sphere first. Although saying that, this is bigger than that one in some ways. So this is a 64. I can't go bigger than that, I don't think.
You could if you tried. If you just apply yourself.
No, I mean, actually, literally, in terms of it actually working. I should have worked it out, really. I should have started the cockpit and just worked my way up, which is what I'll do now, I think. Yeah, I should have done that. Don't start again. My brain's saying, well, you don't need this circle then if you want to do the cockpit first. Why don't you just do the other one? Go on.
I'm going to tell your brain to shut up.
And I'm like going, no, you've just deleted a circle. Now you want to delete another one that you've made. You've basically come on, done a stream for no reason. And they're having a fight now. Like Ren and Stimpy or something. Snap. Go on. Dare to. I dare you to snap. Well, let's use a sphere. Good old sphere. That's not working. Come off it. Are you joking me? You're joking. A whole submarine. That's Alan Partridge doing The Spy Who Loved Me. Such a funny scene that he's doing. Alan Partridge in the sitcom Alan Partridge. He's like, he's gonna have a whole weekend of watching all the James Bond films, and he's got like this big box of all the VCRs, all the videotapes of it in, and he's gonna sit there and watch all the James Bond movies straight through. But someone drops a load of Sunny Delight in there, and he has to, and he gets mad, so he starts acting out The Spy Who Loved Me. He goes, it's a Russian ship or something like that. No, it's a Russian submarine like that. He goes, the cups start wobbling, and the bloke who used to be in the Aeneid line I don't know what the Aeneid line is. I think it's a TV program. Starts like looking or something like that. Then it cuts to a Russian in the office, and he's going, "What? A whole submarine? You're joking?" Like that. Then it cuts. And he goes. Then it cuts to Bond, and he's with a lady like that.
Funny fact about that movie, and this will not interest anybody but me. It was the first movie my father took me to that wasn't a kids movie.
Ah, the spy who
I
loved me.
think, I think, yeah, I think he got stuck with the kids that night, and he wanted to see it himself.
What was that one? That was a Roger Moore one, wasn't it? Obviously.
Hmm.
What was the one that I was watching all the James Bonds in a row like that? But I got to, I can't remember what I got to. I think I might have got to Octopussy or something like that. I didn't watch it. I downloaded it. It was the times when I was downloading loads of stuff from like when I shouldn't, sort of things,
Uh-huh.
so I could watch any movie I wanted.
Right.
But I can't remember what the film was. There was one where he's climbing a cliff. James Bond. That was good. I like that one. That was my favourite up until then.
Oh, that is For Your Eyes Only.
Was it that one? Was it the one where he's in the sea and
Grease, right?
he's in the sea and he's got attached to a wire? That one, and he's being dragged along because
Yes.
it was just completely. I know the last one I saw was Moonraker. I think that's before this Octopussy. I can't remember. But yeah, the last one
I don't remember the order, no.
the last one I saw was Moonraker. That one, an Oscar.
Moonraker. That
Moonra-
popped out of
Moonraker.
my music in my phone the other day.
Moonraker won an Oscar for special effects. Although
That crappy space scene at the end.
it annoys me because everybody in space, you know what they do? They move really slowly. Like he's pushing a button. He's going. Where's my camera? He's going like that. He's going. You just move around. There's no gravity. It's easier to move around. You move quicker, if anything. So why do people move like they're in space? Oh, I'm in space. What did he never won an Oscar. It was special.
I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring
Special
it back
effect.
around now. It's
Special.
the same thing you have to do to just put the suggestions in people's heads and they recognize it. Like a hot planet must be done in reds. Cold planets must be done in blues. That
Oh
kind of
no,
thing.
I don't like that. No, I
But
mean,
it puts the suggestion in your head, right?
yeah.
Like when you see a red planet, you know it's going to be hot. When you see a blue planet, you know it's going to be cold.
That's what I remember. I remember when I just for some reason I remember when Alpha Pixus first came. He was speaking to me, and I was on this cold planet. Guess what color it was? Guess what color the freezing cold planet? What color was it?
Blue.
No, it was red. It was a freezing cold red planet. And
This
then
was the early days. Oh, that's right. Alpha hasn't
yeah,
played No Man's Sky in quite a while, has he?
that was like I think
I blame him some days.
he was no. I think he's played it occasionally. About a month ago maybe he's playing it, but
This doesn't have the same appeal, yeah.
it's all that. It's things like that. You know, we were on a cold planet. It was red. I know that's a colour thing, but you can't disagree with some of the stuff. It just can't. There's some stuff that's just. Why have I deleted that block? What? Oh, I haven't done it. I haven't done it yet. That's why I haven't. It's not. It didn't exist. I thought I was on the last one. Yeah, you know when you go back to the first. You go back to the first trailer. I know this sounds a bit like a bit 2016, but you go back to the first trailer where it says every atom, not every atom, because I get that. That's just being dramatic, but every rock is not procedural.
Everything is procedural.
It's
Yeah.
not though. Every rock is not procedural. Every rock is procedurally placed by a algorithm, but it's not created. It's just
Well,
exists because
I mean that goes. I mean that ties in with the whole. Did they lie or not?
yeah. But that's but I was
Technically, it might be true. At some point, it was procedural to the graphic artist, just not the player.
what yeah. What I mean is that I wasn't saying it like that. I was just saying I get understand if the trailer's just giving you the idea of what this game is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, you could say that's just a bit of a like description to tell you what the game is. What's you know, but
Oh, that trailer ignited so many dreams.
yeah, but this is still that beginning is still the trailer. the every atom up to the point that still goes on now. It's not a. Oh God, I wish I'd done it better. I wish I'd precisely done it earlier. I was like, oh, don't worry about it being precise. Well, I should have done. My headphones are falling out. Frozen planet. At least frozen planets have. Oh, they've changed that aspect a bit. There's some bits that I've changed. I'm not actually having a go. I don't think we're having a go, are we? I don't think Alpha's having a go. He's just got a bit. I think some people just like playing it whatever.
Well, like everybody else, whatever they decide to come up with, I'm sure I'll be playing it. So
That's what I mean. If they said, well, I do think if they'd said, well, next is it, I think people would have dropped off pretty much straight away, though. There's so many people that are waiting for the next thing. That's what.
that next is the last thing, huh? I would cry.
If it was, you know, if
I mean, the day that they say, we're done making content for it, I will go into withdrawal for a couple of weeks.
I mean that's. I think people waiting for stuff is one of the things that people do most in this game. Not actually playing it. And then you get to a point where I could have been doing this literally since from some of the videos I've watched. I think that Kibbles had a video out in November that I watched. So if I've been doing this now, how much time would I have had to do other stuff instead of going, well, there's going to be a patch out in a couple of weeks. Let's wait and see what, that's what people do. Instead of playing the game, they wait for I'm going to fall off here if I'm not careful. I heard a Viking then. That's a Viking. I heard another Viking.
So you can help me out with this one. I am at the point in the Exocraft missions where you have to tell the Viking whether his family was, spoiler, killed or not.
Oh, I don't know. I just randomly hit the button. I just tell the truth.
You randomly hit a button.
No, I'm joking. I just tell the truth.
So, along those lines, I have never lied to this man. I don't know what the answer is. And I still can't bring myself to do it. So, can someone spoil it for me? What happens if I select lie?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm
See,
too lazy to save it and reload it and find out.
I don't know. See, I've never done it. I've always just told the truth, or I've just not got to that mission. I did something else, or died, or something.
Your circle wasn't big enough?
No, it's because of the gaps in it. The gaps were too small.
He knows I lied. Interesting. I don't suppose
What's the
around the room or anything. That would make
What's the point of telling the truth? What's the point of not telling the truth then? That was one of the Steam reviews. Like,
you can see through me. He's procedurally generated. You can see through anything if you get close enough. Oh God, I'm going off the deep end.
that was someone.
In other words, he doesn't believe you.
Yeah, you can see it on your.
Why did he ask me to go and find out?
It's written all over your helmet.
I can't work with this sloppy narrative.
Right, there's 64. Is that enough? I don't know. I can't remember. I've lost all the plot. today, I think, a little bit. I finished the last stream by like, I'm going to build this massive sphere, come back a couple of days later, oh, I have to delete it all. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sorry, I was just counting, sorry. Oh no, you carry on, because if you speak and I'm speaking, no one can hear you, because like, the sound ducks out.
Yeah, but you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's the same to me.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt your counting. Oh, I forget what I was going to say anyway. It'll come back to me. Oh, it was kind of big of him. If he knows that you lied, yet he continues to help you, and at least he acknowledges there's nothing that can be done about the past and goes on with his life, I suppose. Why am I trying to justify this?
Hold on. Oh. Did I just count that? I counted it and then I didn't count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so I need 15. Maybe it's going to have to be bigger or a little bit smaller. Or not 32. Or
you know what Nick is talking about with the wipe the system. I was in that yesterday with one of the Atlas interfaces. Perform the diagnostic or wipe the system. I assume it would not end or significantly change the game, so I suppose it would be safe to do. There are a lot of choices where it looks like it's giving you choice, but they really just don't do anything.
That was what I was going to say about Steam. On Steam, it was like someone was saying, "Oh, you got all these choices, but you just do it until you get the right one." And that's why when I do stuff, I just fire through them and don't even read them anymore, because I think, what's the point? It's not really going to do anything for me. I'd be in favour of a button where you just an option to toggle off stuff that you don't really need, like that. Also, there was one. What was the one person said? Oh, something really annoys me. I want to make a video about like the Steam reviews about, what was it? What did he say? Oh, the one that really annoyed me. I can't remember what it was now. Number one thing on Steam that annoys me is people complain about exosuit slots. Like you've got no inventory. You run out of inventory. You run out of inventory like this. You think, no, you can upgrade it in every system. And you look at the hours played, like 103 hours or something. You think, in 103 hours, you don't know you can upgrade.
Figure out that you could upgrade your system.
Like from all the different. Oh, it's ridiculous. And one says, oh, I could only mine stuff. It obviously didn't ever buy another multi-tool, just had the default one. I could only mine stuff by glitching the mining tool. And what they meant was, when the mining tool overheats, and you can before it overheats, you can let go and just quickly do it again. That's glitching, apparently. That's a glitch.
Is it?
That you can let go instantly, like this. And then quickly
off in an instant.
Yeah. Oh. Well, that's not really a glitch, is it? Because they know, because it's like that.
And what Mick is talking about with euthanizing the animal. Yes, I just saw that again yesterday. I think one time I did allow it to live, and the rest of the times I have euthanized it, probably for the same reasons as Mick.
No, I just turned on, electrocuted it.
You just randomly hit a button. You know what you need? You just need like a clock with a second hand, and if from 12 to 6 you do this choice, and from 6 to 12 you do the other choice. You just randomly pick one.
Right, I'm going.
Colossus, well, they claim it to be a war wagon, but what kind of war are we actually fighting with it? The real war is trying to navigate around the plants.
A war wagon.
A bigger purpose I wish it did have a bigger purpose as a war wagon. Who knows? Maybe with beyond, we can see the interior of the roamer. They've got to be building interiors for the rest of them, right?
Be like Alien. It's not Alien, Aliens. When they're all in the back, and the alien's coming to get him, and they have to close the door quickly. He shoots shotguns one in the face, and all the blood goes on his arm, and he goes,
I think it's wishful thinking. I'm the guy in the party chat. I'm refusionary. Hello.
oh, sorry. It's funny that when you don't say it's, yeah, refusion or fusion. I just say fusion. Wonder how many actual fusions there are. You know.
Doesn't matter.
Just saying, but yeah, that's just mean. There's no other refusionaries, are there? There's a few people with cola in the name. There's only one me. Apart from that clone, but we won't talk about him. Keep him down.
Best if we don't.
Keep him. What the? Hold on.
Yeah.
How have I just gone around the whole circle, adding 2 blocks, and then I get to here, and there's none there. Did the whole lot. I did. Why would I stop halfway through and miss a load? Oh no, I went to the centre there, so that's why. There you go, makes sense now.
Yeah.
I wanted the centre to be one. Because these are the 32. I want to get the distance right.
Gather detritum. What's detritum?
Detritum.
What it says, gather detritum.
Detritus.
I don't know what it is, but apparently I finished it. I'm sure it's just a leftover from the olden days.
Is that the one that's got DEU? Remember to save. Oh yeah, but if I don't save, that means my circle still exists. my sphere, I was going to say. I don't think so. There we go. Yeah, that exists, but it exists in those blue plants that soup up your jetpack for a little bit. It's weird how they take stuff and just destroy it later on. Right, so how big's this circle going to be? I'm going to make it so I can't get in it. There you go. That's the only way I can do this. I wanted to get in it. That was my main thing about this save. To be able to get in the ship.
Detritum, yes, I remember that.
The blue plants are not the same, aren't they? Oh, okay, don't matter. I need to go to the toilet anyway. I thought I'm going to stop in a minute so I can, I don't have to stop, but I do because I can't wait 10 minutes unless I just do it here now. I'll see you in a second. Oh shit. That was my headphones, not my mic.
No,
anyway.
It's not the worst defense, Mick.
Mick can still hear you, so you can sort of...
It's not the worst offense, Mick. There are still missions that say, well, should you give him the brightly colored iridium or the darkly colored iridium? And all the people on Xbox are going, what's iridium? I miss iridium. All those big stacks of it are floating in the skies. I used to love the way you could just blow a hole into one of those floating resource piles to get out of the storm and just wait it out. But no, now they've had to take that away from me too. Yes, the grants I'm managing. Many things gone. Makes you wonder why they changed all that stuff. I would so love to get an interview where they just discuss why they made some of the choices that they did. Petroleum. God, I barely remember that. Hmm. And bronze. Dirty, dirty bronze. Filthy bronze. Nasty bronze.
I am back.
Huzzah!
Our toilet window points towards like up the road, so I just watched this bloke walking down in the rain. It's raining. He's got a mobile phone to his ear, and he's got some rap, and he's doing a rap as he's walking down the road. And he comes up the path. It goes under the window, so I could hear him just sort of doing this rap. It's pretty odd.
Yeah, not for this place, no.
Right, so that is the big. Hold on, yeah. So that's the big circle. Right, so I'll let that one.
And the Omegon. Don't forget the Omegon. All the resources you could capture that were purple colored.
See, there's some stuff when people say them, I go, I don't know, I don't remember those because I basically I did play it, but I didn't play it. I don't know what I was doing basically for about a few years. I don't know what I did. I just walked around. It's weird how I don't do that anyway. I say that I'm weird how I don't do that. I'm going to do it tomorrow, but there won't be any walking involved. It'd be mostly swimming. I think actually in a minute I'm gonna I want to just get these up here. I can test that later. Don't know, is that? No, go out. That's it. Right, so I can test those just to test. That's a good test of this actually. If you want to test if stuff goes together properly, just do that.
Ugh. Thamium-9, the scourge of my old existence. It was one of those elements that I just had to pick up every time I saw it.
I used to like going on the dead planets. It still does it, but dead planets you could go on. Obviously, your life support would go down fast, but there'd also be loads of thamium and loads of plutonium, and you could just walk, pick it all up, and then by the time you got to where you wanted to go, you'd sort of run out, but you could just go and get more because it was everywhere. You couldn't really.
Sorry, go ahead.
You couldn't really use it to like go and like pick stuff up because by the time you picked it up, you'd run out yourself. Asteroids gone.
And then the asteroids used to have iridium too, in addition to thamium. Remember, thamium was the element that you needed to recharge your engines.
Oh yeah, they used to be in space. Yeah, you didn't get much of it though, did you? I remember saying to someone on NeoGAF, why are you complaining for? You can get loads of it in space, but when you try to actually do it, you might as well have just gone down and picked it out of the plant or something. Could you not mine it?
Just to buy it.
I don't think you could buy thamium though. Or couldn't you buy?
Before, probably not.
Yeah, you couldn't. You didn't used to be able to buy it. Well, anyway, I'm going now because I have to. Right, I'm going to use that because they might turn the heating on, and if I suddenly turn off, it's because of that.